Welcome to our own version of Discord. This is basically better than Discord in every way, shape, and form, and today I'm going to show you guys exactly what I made in a week and how it is better than regular Discord. This is completely self-hosted by me, and eventually this might become a GitHub link, except it will not have any server backend stuff. You guys will have to set that up yourself. Sorry if my voice is a little bad today. I'm pretty damn sick with allergies. But without a further ado, let's actually look at the site basically. So voice chats work. Everything here is basically exactly like Discord, except better because there is no microtransactions. Um, all of my friends are in this server, so yeah, basically it's mainly just for my group and I, but we can get if we get enough attention, maybe I'll make a bare bones version that you guys can actually edit and make your own videos on. Um yeah, all right. So, basically, let me show you guys the profile customization options because customizing stuff in Discord is pretty lackluster because you need a subscription. In this site, however, in my own app, it is not requirements. Not requirements. It doesn't require a subscription. You can do whatever you want in Discord equivalently through here. We're running in a Chrome app, by the way, because it runs a lot better as a Chrome app. Here's all my friends' profiles so you guys can see all of this. It's pretty cool. That's how you add people, by the way. So here's the profile customization options. You can select your different status. You can make your very own custom status. Wow, awesome. You also have the custom about me as well, which has up to 190 characters, which is really damn nice. I have exclusive badges because I do own the site, but you can have up to 5, and everybody who has the beta tester badge is basically in the server base at this moment. The activity is basically just like what you're doing. So currently mine is set to updating Goober-Cord. The profile themes as well are pretty interesting. But yeah, so activity and then your profile themes. You might have to remove the banner here. I'm too lazy to remove the banner off of mine. So let me show you what it looks like on one of my friends' profiles. Here you go. It's just a nice little gradient. Um, you can change your different colors. You can change all of that. Mine's a nice white, and you can change the different types of profile titles. As you can see, here's a look at all of them. It's pretty cool. I keep mine at a nice glowing, even though the rainbow one's really cool, and the gradient. Avatar decorations. Currently, I have the flame one, as you can see here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then you can just select different ones. And profile effects do not work. That is sad. And then you have your pronouns. Mine's insane because I'm better than Discord because I made this in a week. Anyway, moving on. I think the next thing I should do is talk about the client customization options. So down here in the corner, you have your profile edit button, and now you can move this around actually, so you can have that completely modular as you type. Pretty cool. But here are your Goober-Cord settings. So you have different themes. So it's automatically set to dark mode when you install, which is how everybody should be using this website. If you're not using dark mode, you're a criminal and you need to be arrested. The site is not catered to light mode, but here's light mode. As you can see, a lot of text is hidden because white, it doesn't work. Dark mode is, in fact, superior by tenfold, so don't worry. Next up, we are going to be adding the bendy mode here, which is my own custom one that I added. It's relatively clean. It's just a thing that moves back and forth. If you actually want to see the way I use this along with my own custom one, you just enable your custom gradient, and boom, it's actually really damn nice. You can change your colors, your angle of however your gradient wants to go, and then your animation speed, so really fast or really slow, how I like it. And then Undertale is just basically, Undertale. Nothing too crazy. Also, yes, there are sound effects, which we will get to here momentarily. But, yeah, okay. So, now we have your custom gradient stuff here, and now you have your custom CS. So, do that if you know how to do that. I don't mess with it. Background images are still broken. That will be fixed within the next couple versions because custom gradients seem to be taking priority over this. Accent color basically is the color of buttons and UI and whatnot, and you can do this however you want. It doesn't have to be the custom ones here. You can also upload your own, what's it called, hex code? Yeah, your custom hex code, and it will be that color. It's relatively awesome, but for this video, we're gonna stick with a nice red. But yeah, the whole buttons change, everything else changes, but we'll stick it to red at the moment. As you can see, it doesn't affect too much, so it's not in your face, but the little buttons change, and when you're in DMs, it does in fact change. It's just the little UI stuff that does change, especially around the text boxes. What else? What else? Okay. Message density does not work. That is currently broken, and then the UI scale is working, but nobody's gonna touch that, right? Like, surely nobody's touching this. Audio, you have your different audios. You can actually upload your own background music that's client-sided, and you can pause, loop it, whatever you want. It's currently broken, but it is working to an extent. The UI sound effects here, you can enable this or disable it, but here's the different sounds. Pretty cool, right? You can turn those off, you can turn them on, whatever. API key for GIFs, because I am too stupid to implement the API system myself, so yeah, you guys have to type in your own keys. Except if you're part of my friend group, I just provide you with mine, because it's a lot simpler. Next up, you can go to your call settings here, and you can change basically the same stuff as Discord. It just uses your system settings, so whatever's plugged into your computer will show up here. Pretty cool. And then finally, my favorite feature is the fonts. You can upload your own fonts, or you can select from the huge list that I have automatically. I used Wingdings before, and it was actually relatively hard if you want to play as WD Gaster in my server. But if we go to the extent of uploading your own font, just beware that some bigger fonts may break. We'll stick to a Comic Sans font for the rest of this video, just to show that it fully works. What else to talk about? I guess we'll do server settings, right? Yeah, I think server settings would be cool. You have your server banner up here and your server name, just like Discord, because it's cool. And you have full customization over everything here. Currently, yeah, some versions just break some images. Don't worry about that. That'll be cleared up in the oncoming updates. Voice calls actually fully work. We'll talk about voice calls and then server settings. All these features work. You can reconnect everybody if they get disconnected. Check your microphone to make sure it's working. All the buttons seem to be working. You can share your screen. You can do whatever the hell you want. Yeah, this is completely a modular system as well. You can drag this down to the corner and you can keep typing if you want. You don't have to have annoying UI or anything like that. Now, let's talk about the different development stuff here before we get to server settings. So if you guys all join the server, you guys will be able to see the new updates and whatever happening. Basically, just go to this site here and, you know, grab your API key. Bug reporting is pretty damn simple. It's just current date and then the bug reports. That's the current issues of today's update. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, as you can see, like, server rearrangements don't work, and that'll be fixed within the next update. Emojis, yeah, squares, sorry about that. And basically, roles are not working. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's the different stuff here. Here's the Q&A. You guys could read over this. Basically, I pay for servers, so it's not going to be open source yet. Yada, 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 yada. You guys can do whatever the hell you want. Everything's stored locally because I'm not responsible if you guys are an idiot and you guys lose your guys's like information because you got hacked. Basically, not my fault if you guys are stupid on the internet, so please be safe out there. There's never going to be microtransactions because I fucking hate microtransactions. Yeah, we are currently on version 29. The next update is coming out relatively soon. And if you guys want to help support me, you guys can send me money so I can pay for servers. Because if I have to pay for everything and I can't get a bare bones version out, I'm sorry, but I'll try my best. Um, yeah, so if you guys want to do that, that's possible. But yeah, you can contact me on Shitcord if you guys have any issues or anything. If you guys have any bugs that you need to report, please use the bug report channel in this app. Changelog, that's too much shit added in version 29. I'm not going to go over all of it. Um, it's so much. Uh, Basically, I'll just post whatever the new update is. Notification button's working now. Yeah, don't have much to say about that. Different servers. You can get pinged in. You guys can get pinged wherever. But now let's move on to the meat of the crop here. We have your Goober-Cord settings. You can change a banner to be a GIF. You can change the icon to be a GIF. No restrictions. You can do whatever the hell you want. You have your server name, you have your server description, and you have your welcome message as well. Also, if you guys cannot tell, I'm re-recording this because I muted my microphone on accident. So, my apologies. You can change the server accent color. Basically, I think this is something that Discord needs to learn how to do because now you can choose wherever you want on the page. So if there's a certain pixel on something that you like, if you're that picky, you can do all that. But just do the banner and it works relatively simple. Uh, yeah, that's also like not that important, but it's pretty important to me. Um, let's go over to the server creation for your channels. You guys can change your server to be a voice channel, text channel, or category. And if you choose category, you guys can just name whatever you want and it just appears and that's something you can name it under. Pretty cool. It's very simple, very modular. Something that Discord does not know how to do is emojis and stickers. You have 250 of emojis, 250 of stickers, and 50 soundboards. Wow, that's incredible. My body is sickening and getting worse as I read. Basically, you can choose your server's stuff from wherever. So that's my friend's Seal server, so she has all of hers there. Ignore the other server. But everything will be moved over when you type in DMs or wherever, basically. So free Discord Nitro, basically. It's Discord Nitro, but no money requirements. And obviously, roles are broken because I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Um, Anyway, let's move on to server creation, basically. Oh, wait. Let me show you the invites first. Goober-Cord settings and change logs. If you have friends, then they'll pop up here. All my friends who are on this platform are already invited. Basically, that's where your friends are. And then you have your social, which shows you just everybody who's in the platform. And then you have your DMs, which is pretty cool. All of this is confidential, by the way. I do not care enough to steal your information, and I do not care enough about you as a person to even want to steal your information. So you guys are completely safe in my end because all I'm doing is just making freedom of speech more accessible to everybody. All right, create a server, upload whatever you want here. Let's just go through my files real quick and just select some things. Let's just go, I don't know. We'll just do this GIF here. Deltarune GIF, and then we'll just go here, and how about Hatsune Miku? Is this a GIF? No, it's not. Let me show you how the GIFs work. We'll do the Papyrus GIF here. Name your server, whatever. I'll just do test server for a video. And once that's created, boom, you have your empty server to do whatever the hell you guys want in it. Yep. All right. So if I were to invite somebody, here's what it looks like. Pretty sweet. Now you guys can edit whatever you guys want here. You guys can upload your emojis. Let me show you how emoji uploading works. So just upload it. It's just Fortnite Jonesy. Upload. Boom. It's done. No stupid waiting. No nothing. It adapts to whatever the size of the image is, and it's beautiful. And you can just delete it just like that. Same thing with stickers. You can just do whatever here. Open. Send. Whatever. Uh, easy as hell. Soundboards are broken because there's nowhere to play soundboards yet. That will be in a future update. What else? So yeah, gifts. So you have the best gift library in the world, along with your favorite section. So you can favorite gifts and send them with just a click of the button. Let me just send this Human Torch one as an example. Another thing you can do is copy and paste images as well. So let me go here. Let me find my memes folder. I'm a little bit blind. Memes. Here we go. Memes. And we'll just copy an image. We'll just do this, copy, and then just paste. Boom, there. What else? Okay. You have the game section, so that's just file uploading. Uh, Pretty soon there'll be unlimited file uploading. Sorry about my ADHD. I'm going bonkers right now, even though I'm sick. Uh, let's just go to the games. Everything here is coded by me. You have a full screen option. Snake works how Snake works. You just, I don't know, move it around with arrow keys, do whatever. There will be more games added in the future. These are supposed to be replacing Discord activities, and they don't take up a huge chunk. Um, yeah, Snake works how Snake works. Uh, Wordle works how Wordle works. Let's just type in Doctor House. Working. Tic-tac-toe, I coded my own CPU for this one. Basically just play tic-tac-toe. You'll mostly get draws. Minesweeper, everybody loves Minesweeper. That works pretty fine. Hextress, it's just an embed, and you have your high score here. And then, obviously, it has to run Doom. Any website of mine has to run Doom. If it's not running Doom, I don't want it. It's the shareware version of Doom, so don't worry about piracy. It's completely free. And I don't think there's that much more to talk about, honestly. Uh, yeah, you can also ping people. That works, and it gives them a notification. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. Talk about my site here. Hopefully this will replace Discord. If you guys want this to come out as a open source thing, please get this video to 150 likes, and I will consider it. If this gets enough attention, yeah, I'll definitely make a bare bones version for y'all to set up yourselves with documentation. But for now, that's all I have to talk about, and I hope you guys enjoyed this long ass 18-minute long rant I had. But yeah, hopefully Goober-Cord replaces Discord here in the near future. And with that, I shall see you guys later. Bye bye.